Hey guys, Zen here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I got an interesting video for you guys. Instead of going over, the top 5 decks of the week or anything like that, we're actually checking, because we can, the top 5 first placing deck lists for each and every single color group. What I mean by that is we're looking at the #1 first placing green deck, red, black, yellow, and blue, and we actually have every single leader to fill those color groups within the past few regionals. This is pretty exciting, so let's get things started off with our first leader right here, and that's androids from the Carta Magicas regionals. This is the first place deck list, which is a pretty staple android deck list. The only thing that really stands out here to me is this Trunks that's been seeing a lot more play, because if you're going first and you're not using the energy marker, by turn 4 you play your double androids, the 4-drop, and then you energy cycle, or whatever you want to call that, to get 3 free refreshed active standing energy, but having a total of 5 energy in your pool. So you have 2 rested and 3 unrested. Then you follow up by playing your Trunks here, and with their on play ability, if you have 5 or more energy, you can add another energy. So by turn 4, you go from having 4 energy to essentially 6 energy, and then also having 2 20k bodies on the board. It's pretty valuable right there. So ramping in this deck is pretty consistent. That's why it's honestly the #1 green leader in the entire meta right now. Sorry, Piccolo and Cell. But yeah, other things to know is that look at the cards. They're all cards from set 2. They don't even need any new cards to still be the strongest ramping leader in the game. Yeah, shout out to this leader and deck list and anyone who plays androids. All right, now let's move on to the next one, and that's Jiren from a more recent TAC Games Auckland. This is the first place deck list. This is a pretty nice deck list. The things I like from this is there's only one real board control here with one single Beerus. So like when you need to, you need to. And this Jiren got first place against, blue Vegetas, blue decks in general, where their whole thing is about controlling the board, bottom decking your 4-drops, and letting you not be able to take advantage of them. So what this Jiren player did to, pilot this deck to first place is essentially whenever they're going against blue, they just didn't use Jiren. They literally charged him into energy, which is pretty awesome. They also have this Sphere of Destruction to help get your leaders down to 3 energy, so that way you can close out matches. We also have some removal here with God Kamehameha. Other really notable cards is this Roomshi, which honestly put in massive work by being able to get rid of 30Ks. That's your Vegetos. That's your double strikers if you also have this Whis on the board. There's a lot of removal, and this kind of deck list lends to a more control heavy play style. And it works. It works. What can I say? You have 6 cards that give you draw with your 4 Piccolos and 2 Roshis here, 4 Margaritas that also synergize with our double striker or any other card to help close out games, 3 Fuas, 4 Cauliflas for early game pressure, 2 hits. And yeah, this deck list is pretty nice and consistent, spicy. I played it on the ladder, and this is probably my favorite variation of Jiren to date. All right, now let's move on to this guy right here. I never thought this would happen. The first place black leader is a GT Goku. I would have thought it would have been Bardock, to be honest, which actually there was a Bardock that got 2nd place recently. I think that was at the Saturday Card Fest in Texas. Anyway, this GT Goku deck list is the standard black card archetype deck list you'll see, because they just don't have too many cards. There's a literal set 3 is the only set that has black cards, so they're all gonna have the same cards. The cards that draw for you right here, you got your Son Goku Childhood BR, your Fasha, your cards that give you energy marker, the Son Goku GT. What else gives you energy marker? The Kakarot. 4 of these are, of course, our secret rares. We need 4 copies of those. 3 copies of the 10 Kamehameha for nice control. The only card that's really like, ooh, wow, why is that in here, is this Dr. Miyu. I guess it does give you an energy marker if you don't have one at the cost of 1 energy and 1 card from your hand, which is pretty good. It's better than that Bulma that requires you, I believe, to use 3 energy, but not a single card is discarded. So like, pick your poison. It does provide 10k combo. And all these cards together are more than enough to get this deck to get to first place, which is pretty astounding. I did not think we would see GT Goku in a first place regional, let alone every single color group for a leader, which brings us to the next regionals, Texas Card Fest. They had a Saturday event and a Sunday event, and they both have Vegeta as winners, but the Vegeta that's really surprising everybody, not surprising me, because if you guys know, I'm a huge yellow Vegeta fan, is this yellow Vegeta deck list. What does surprise me, I've been playing this on ladder and it works, are a couple cards here. Only one energy absorption, which I guess makes sense, right? You don't really need too much when you have 2 other golden freezes that freeze, and then 4 copies of your Son Goku. I guess this is just kind of held on to like when you really need to use it, then you can use it, because having like 4 of them in your hand and not really needing to use it kind of sucks. I see that now. The Blue Power Awakening, I almost never play, but I guess getting that 25k or blowing up a 6 cost or more is pretty valuable. This card here was brought in to like combat against Jiren. I don't understand still how it does that, right? Even if you switch it back to active, I guess it can, but the person who played this, I don't think they actually went up against Jiren, so they didn't need it, and this card just essentially gave them an extra 10k combo. Now, if this leader went up against a red deck list or Jiren or something, it might have ended differently, but as of right now, it got first place, and I'm not mad at it with cards like this. 1-drop Ginyu to help you draw more, our Self-Awakening Frieza, our 4-drop Vegeta, Majin Vegeta. This thing puts in work. This is so good. And then, of course, our 4 Death Balls, 4 Time Rewounds, and then those can be recycled with this 1-cost Bulma. It's a pretty solid deck list, and honestly still one of my favorite leaders to play in the current meta, which brings us to my least favorite leader to play, and the one that gets most tournament wins in this current season and set is the blue Vegeta. This was on Texas Card Fest for Sunday. This Vegeta deck list is a pretty standard deck list. You got your 2 Sinister Sickles to help bottom deck, 2 what's this called, double striker to bottom deck, 3 secret rare Vegetos, which is kind of spicy, not gonna lie. Then we have 3 Sickle City Gohan, again bottom deck. There's just a lot of bottom decking, and I think that's what I hate about this this entirely. There's nothing you can do to getting your cards bottom decked if you're not playing blue, which kind of sucks. Other interesting cards are 2 copies of this pen that I guess helps you draw the cards you need, but also we have this 1-drop Mai that synergizes really well with this 3-cost Trunks to help us bounce back a 5-cost or a 7-cost, if you will, 6-cost, I mean, by dropping this down a couple. Like, it's pretty good. You could also use this with Vegeta. You can use this with Vegeta here. You can even use it with our Sickle City Gohan, Mai, to then just bounce back, 4 drops, 5 drops, the like. But the thing that's really, again, annoying about blue decks and blue leaders like Vegeta is the fact that this leader becomes a 35k on swing while also having an infinite peel-off engine loop. Let's nerf this. Let's get this out of the game. Not a fan of it. Yeah, if you have 7 cards or fewer in your hand. However, if you have 3 peel-offs, in your discard, that 7 cards or fewer in your hand effectively becomes what? +3, because you can just bring them all back, play them, and now you have onwards of what, 4k, 40k combo. Like, that's a little much. We can dial it back, guys. We did it for Kefla. We need to do it for this little blue guy. But anyway, there you have it. Those are the 5 first place deck lists for each leader of every single color group, which is awesome. I did not think we would be here ever, right? But here it is, set 3, and we are able to do a video like this. Anyway, let me know, out of these 5 leaders, which one is your favorite? And you better not say blue Vegeta. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching.